Why aren't I speaking to you? When I read your unsolicited Christmas card that you sent after tricking my father into giving you my address, never mind that you would have already had my address if I had any intention of maintaining contact with you. But I digress. You wrote, "It would be nice to hear your voice." Well, you should have thought of that a long time ago. You should have thought about that when you kept loaning out my guitar to your friends. That was my guitar. You didn't even buy it for me. One day I came home from school and it was gone. You loaned it to your friend who wanted to take lessons. I had to embarrass you into getting it back. Then you wasted no time badgering me to loan it out again. And those people moved away without ever returning it. Oh, and remember when I got in trouble for borrowing a neighbor's bike? I had no intention of stealing it. I got in big trouble with all the mothers and kids in the neighborhood. They said I should have known better than to take something that wasn't mine. Really? Gee, thanks, Mom, for screwing me up and making a pariah in the neighborhood. Hear my voice, Mother. Fuck you very much. You should have thought about it when I was 5 years old and you walked me to the corner to wait for my ride to school. I begged you, Mommy, wait with me. Don't leave me. No, you said. You'll be fine. No, Mommy. I was afraid something bad might happen. What mother leaves a 5-year-old unattended on a street corner? In Hollywood. What's the matter with you? What could possibly be more important than the safety and well-being of your child? Sure enough, a huge German shepherd came bounding out of an apartment building and knocked me down. To make it worse, the dog's owner was a real asshole who diminished my fear and terror by telling us, "Oh, the dog was just playing. Thanks, Mom, for the abandonment. Hear my voice. Fuck you very much." You should have thought about it. When I performed with the school choir, when I asked you what your thought was of my performance, rather than celebrating with me, you talked about how my lazy eye kept wandering the whole time. What? Really, Mom? Really? A well-known Hollywood actor was there, and you wasted no time telling him how his daughter was great. Thanks, Mom. Hear my voice. Fuck you very much. You should have thought about it when I asked you to meet with the teacher who was bullying me. He would shame and humiliate me in the classroom. He didn't only pick on me, he picked on some of the other kids as well. This guy had a long-standing reputation for being the teacher from hell. He was unfit, but he had tenure. Well, Mother, you did meet with him, but instead of coming to the aid of your child, you decided that you liked him. Then you went out with him, and you had sex with him while I was a student in his class. And you actually considered marrying him. And to this day you defend this behavior, this total abject betrayal. What planet are you from? Just the inappropriateness of hooking up with your kid's teacher is outrageous enough, but how could you find desirable anyone your kid despised as much as I hated this man? Oh, and then you ended up taking his side and agreeing that there was something wrong with me. Really, Mother? Really? Hear my voice. Fuck you very much. You should have thought about it when I asked you to come for my graduation. I actually wanted you there. You declined. You wanted to save your money to take a nicer vacation somewhere else. Thank you for illustrating just where I rated on your list of priorities. Hear my voice, Mother. Fuck you very much. You should have thought about it when you glared at me in hatred and shouted, "You're just like your father." This, for once, is actually true. He may not be perfect, but he's a whole lot better than you are. But, because of the ugliness of the sentiment and your intent to hurt me, fuck you very much. I'm not even going to talk about how your imbecile second husband molested me and how that scarred me for life. That's a whole other subject. But suffice it to say that you managed to put part of the blame on me. So fuck you very much. The two of you deserve each other. And lastly, when I begged you for help with my sister, the golden child, you refused. Her ex-husband sexually assaulted a friend of mine that I introduced him to. My spouse and I decided to sever ties with him. After all, he'd already bankrupted my sister and dumped her as soon as he got his green card. It turns out he assaulted 2 other women the same way, only it hadn't come out yet. My sister's ex is a real piece of shit. But the golden child took his side, and for choosing to coddle her with tacit approval for people who assault my friends, I say, hear my voice, Mother, fuck you very much. These were just a few of the highlights of a life with you in it. Every day we make choices. What to do, what to say. Actions have consequences. I'm sorry that your childhood was horrible. But that's no excuse for treating me the way that you have. I deserved better. And you think that you can sweep all this under the rug and pretend that everything is all rosy? Really, Mother? Really? No, it doesn't work that way. I'm in charge of my life now. Haven't you done enough? Seriously, Mother, for all the dreams you killed, the self-esteem you shot down, for all the many boundaries you violated, you don't deserve the title of Mother. You have forfeited the right to have access to me. You never protected me. You never looked after my best interests. You never nurtured or comforted me. You want to hear my voice? Okay. Fuck you very much.